I'm the new guy.
Guest strike mission from Meyer Services. I'm gonna shoot some footage.
Good morning.
It's looking good, man. This is a good light too for video. Looks good, Bill.
Are you gonna take this machine?
So this is a big giant human kitty litter box. And how we do this is we find our 2 level points at the downslope edge. We shoot that with a laser before we get started. And then because that's a contour line, it's a level line essentially. We come up a little bit over here. We're probably about 8 inches higher, maybe 12 inches higher over here. But you kind of compromise and you split the difference between which trees you got to take out and kind of where it fits and where the rock is. So we had to actually scoot the field 10 feet this way. And the reason why we have that poly liner, we had to scoot the field 10 feet this way because we hit rock and we couldn't even break it. We were having a hard time breaking it with our hammer. That's not the rock, that's the rock that came out, obviously. But then we're within 25 feet of the road cut, and so we had to put in the poly liner in order to encroach on that offset. And we failed our first open hole inspection, had to pay Boulder County $250 to come and re-inspect.
Yeah.
And so then that's 3 feet of sand. After we dig it out, we bring in 3 feet of sand, and that sand is because that's the stuff that's been scientifically proven to continue to absorb effluent for years and years to come. What do you think about that idea? You do it also? Good job. So, and then this is how a dosing siphon works. And basically you have your standard septic tank, which is an existing septic tank. We didn't have to replace it. And so we just added a dosing siphon for this new field that we're putting in. So we took the existing tank, because that tank's in good condition. And you can do this even on an existing field as well. You can retrofit a dosing siphon and just put it in the line, and that'll actually extend and recover the life of a field. No, because usually the old fields are 4-inch lines out here. Yep. So it don't matter. I mean, you just want to
pressurize from the dosing siphon, then you could put a transition on there with a reducer to 4-inch. So it would go 4 to 2.
Sure. I think you might be able to get, I don't know if you can get Sam to build them.
With 3 inches.
Yeah, well, but those you have to do a reducer. Yeah, Sam told me that you can't actually, from Plastic Zinc down in Commerce City, you can't actually go through there with a 4-inch. Sam says you can't.
You can't, no. That's what you gotta do.
You gotta step it up.
Go to a bigger pipe.
Yeah.
You can't go to a smaller pipe.
Yep, you gotta step it up. And then the other thing is, the counties don't always like you to use these dosing siphons, and they want to make sure that you have plenty of fall from your dosing siphon, so that pipe's coming out of the bottom of the tank, so you're losing an amount of fall there. But you want to have basically 6 feet of head pressure. 6 feet of head pressure in your drop. Now the guy who makes these, he says you don't need any, but that's where the engineers in the county like to see that.
You still do an old style gravity system if you have a 6-foot separation of fall from your tank to there. If you have a 6-inch.
6 foot?
6 foot?
Yeah.
Then you run that through the dosing siphon machine.
Sure. But
why not pressurize?
you want to have pressurizing into the field.
Yeah, so it disperses evenly.
So these guys are using the machine to port these chambers all the way down there, and then we're gonna let. Yeah,